Y'all, the other day we used this in a wreath kit and I was like, oh, I really like this sign. This is super cute. So we are going to do the Jordan method. Y'all know that's 30-inch ruffles on the outer ring, 10-inch poofs on the inner ring using my 21-inch mesh, and then 18-inch ruffles. And all I'm doing, this is literally all I do. I just drop it down to the floor, kind of roll it a little bit, pinch it, and now we're going to use this work wreath form. That's all I really use is work wreath form. We measure out 10 inches. Good morning, y'all. So we're measuring out 10 inches. I am using 21-inch mesh today because that's what I found over there on the pile. But you can use 10-inch mesh as well. The 21-inch mesh is just on the inner ring. So this is what we should have so far, just in the inner ring. I want to put that off to the side because I do want to measure out my ruffles for my outer ring. Now the ruffles on the outer ring are 30 inches. No, not 18 inches. Sorry about that. They are 30 inches. Okay. And I need 10 cuts of that mesh. So I just chose a solid colored background. I really just chose this burlap mesh just because it's a nice solid color to use. Okay, so those are our ruffles for our outer ring. Then I'm gonna bring in some of this burlap and white for the inner ring. And the inner ring ruffles are cut at 18 inches. So 30-inch ruffles really just curl up on their own. And then I just really just bunch it up right down the middle. Open up one of my twist ties on the wreath frame. It should be available at Deco Exchange, y'all. The mesh should be available at Deco Exchange. Okay. So now we're gonna come in, we're gonna alternate our colors of mesh. So I chose this burlap and cream stripe, and then I have just a burlap and cream jute mesh. So even though we're covering up some of that yellow, you're still gonna be able to see it. It's gonna peek through, but we have the ribbon choices that I have yellows and burlaps in. And our base is good to go, y'all. So that's what we have as our base. You can still see that yellow peeking through. Okay. So our ribbon tails are gonna be 13 inches. I am using my ribbon tail board from Hot Mesh Mom. And I need 9 of each color. I need 9 of these. So like I said, even though we covered some of a lot of that yellow up, we still brought in all that yellow in the ribbon tails. So I'm gonna group these up by how I want them. So I want the 2 solid colors, the solid yellow and the solid burlap together, because that chick ribbon is like a burlap colored ribbon, so I wanted the solid yellow on that, in that grouping. We're gonna just start adding our ribbons in. So I always untwist all of my wreath ties as I'm adding my ribbon in. I untwist it, set my ribbon bundle in there, my ribbon tails in there, twist it twice. Okay, so we've done our inner ring. And now we're moving on to our outer ring. And we're just doing the same thing that we did on the inner ring on the outer ring. Okay. Okay. So y'all, that's what our wreath base looks like. So just gluing that mounting square down. Now let's just make a really quick bow, a quick half bow. I'm gonna pinch it, make a tail, a loop, and I want to add 2 loops to this, and then the rest of it's gonna be a half bow. Okay. Pinch, make a loop, pinch and twist. That's what we should have so far. That 5/8 inch ribbon is really good ribbon, and it's really got a really nice wire on it. It's really great for the center loops of bows. It's also really good for gift packages though. Okay, so using a zip tie to put all of those together. Pipe cleaner. So this is exactly what your bow should look like. Just a really simple half bow, but by the time we put it in there, it's gonna make it look like it's a big bow, and really it's not. I'm just gonna run those pipe cleaners through those mounting squares. Twist that around. Like I said, I do need 4 pipe cleaners because there are 4 mounting squares. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our bottom first. I'm gonna tie those in. And I like to run those pipe cleaners through that mesh just a little bit. And then we're gonna add it to our frame. Tie that to our frame. So I always make sure that when I'm tying my signs or whatever it may be, that I'm not just depending on those wreath ties. I always use cable mount squares, or if it's a metal hole that I have to punch, I use my metal hole punch. That way I'm able to attach it using wire or pipe cleaners. But I always also try to make sure and wrap that around that wreath frame. I'm not just dependent on the tinsel ties that are already on the wreath frame. I'm not dependent on that. So I want to make sure that it's secure to that wreath frame. Okay, so now I'm going to add my bow right here to the right hand corner of that sign, running that around the wreath frame. Now I'm going to start dovetailing. I don't dovetail the 5/8 inch ribbon because it's a really small ribbon, so I see no sense in dovetailing it. go. That's our wreath.